And welcome to another week of Chris Sees the Internet. Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on PlatformCollection at YouTube is where you'll find us. My name is KILLcRey. I'll be your host for this voyage, along with my co-host. Oh, got a phone on. Along with my co-host, OG Hip Hop Eddie, man. How's it going,
What's up, everybody? Good, man.
How's your week going?
It's been going good. Busy week, but overall good, man. I've a lot of accomplishments happening here and there.
Nice, man. Well, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the show. We do a lot on here. We talk about the internet. We talk about a lot of the cool things going on in hip hop, technology, science. We hit a lot of topics, man. But we're here. It's a conversation between us and you. Please join in if this is your first time on the show or watching the show. We also have an audio version coming out on Spotify, so make sure you check that out. And if you're listening to this on the audio version, you can always watch the video version right here on YouTube. And I think this is what we're going to do, man. I was thinking about this, Eddie, is I think we should, I want to do more episodes of the show.
Okay.
So Sundays, I think we're going to do the live show on Sundays. And then I think we're going to do just an audio version episodes during the week. We might just do an audio version. I mean, we'll have video, but maybe the video will just be on like a Patreon. But, but the audio will still be free. You can listen to that on Spotify or whatever. And we'll just give more episodes because I'm having a lot of fun doing the show and I want to do it more often. And I like audio, man. I still really like just audio. Video is cool. I don't mind it. I know the audience tends to like it. But I still like audio podcasts. I produce some other audio podcasts.
You do?
So I like the audio podcast world. So I think we are going to be doing some audio podcasts as a part of the stream. So how does that change anything for you guys? Nothing. If you guys subscribe, you're going to get all the episodes.
It just means more and more and more for you.
Yeah, just more stuff, man. So yes, it's been a hectic week. We got a lot of planning going on over at our company, PlatformCollection. We're starting the year off with a lot of big things coming. We got some cool like live events that you guys are going to want to catch.
Oh,
it's going to be really, really cool.
Super exciting.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be, we're definitely going to try to do something that people haven't seen before. So if you followed us, we're always trying to at least push the boundaries on that kind of stuff. So we're going to continue to do that. And just keep tuning in, man. It's going to be really, really dope.
And tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Two, I mean.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in last week. I got some really cool messages about the people tuning in last weekend. It was really cool. Let me shout out some people in the chat room real quick. Shout out to Admiral Atlas on YouTube. Shout out to 7 Octobers. Shout out to Satoshi Yoshi. Is that me? Where is that volume coming?
That was me. Oh. I just returned. Anyways,
okay, yeah.
I did something here. But.
So shout out to you guys. Again, we just record the podcast, but you guys can watch it live and jump in the chat room, and occasionally we'll do that. We'll say what up to y'all.
Bye.
And if you guys ever have questions or whatever, you can drop them in the chat. One of the things we want to do is, I think we're going to, I talked about this last week, we're going to start a Telegram. It's the app Telegram. We're going to start a room so that people can drop voice messages in, videos, and we can play them back on the show.
That'd be dope.
I think that'd be really cool. I like the interactive part of that, and I think that's a cool thing, man.
I think our audience would want to participate. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've seen some cool conversations pop up in our chat room from time to time. Sometimes people will go off on each other.
Yes, I have seen that.
On the hosts, on whatever, but we encourage it all.
All of it.
We encourage it all. Go ahead and let it roll.
Participate, please.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully you'll join the Telegram. And I think we're gonna do some cool stuff for the people on the Telegram. Like, I was even thinking, like, it would be dope once the Telegram gets to certain numbers, we could even do like private podcast for just the people in the Telegram. We can do like meet and greets with them, so that not that so that you're coming to meet us. I so you can meet each other. A lot of people meet and become friends in the chat room. So I think that that's really cool. So if you do go in the chat room if you're a regular in the Platform Collection chat room, not just our show, but really, I mean, even Gene Flow's chat room has a lot of regulars in it. So it would be cool to get everybody together for, a Platform Collection day.
Yeah, and maybe one of them might win a ticket to one of these videos you were talking about.
I didn't say videos, man.
Movies, man.
I didn't say anything. I haven't let any of that information out yet. Are you leaking it out right now? Is that what you're doing?
Disc jockeys?
Yeah,
oh, man.
But yeah. We'll think of some kind of treat for the people in the chat room. I think that'll be really, really cool. That's what's up.
How's the news out there, man? I have heard.
Man, there's some cool
madness out there.
There's some crazy stuff, man. I don't know if you saw this recently. I find this super interesting, dude, because
I probably haven't.
It seems to me like, okay, since podcasting started, right? It has been kind of a like a changing of the guard when it comes to like news, right? And so, look, I mean, here's the thing: if you're on a news channel and say you're a reporter, right?
Yes.
First, most of the news that is given to you from a newsroom. It's not like you're out there on the beat,
right,
with your pencil and paper writing down. Not that doesn't happen. There are some journalists, but that's very rare.
Those are selective.
Yeah, most of the time it's just personalities, right? Like on news. And so someone like a Joe Rogan and podcasting in general, the way it is disrupting media, I can see why that would be an issue to like major news stations.
Right.
I can see why, basically I can see why CNN has such a fucking hard on for Joe Rogan. Like anything Joe Rogan does, CNN's getting on it to the point that it's getting cringy, man. It's getting super, super cringy because I feel like it's very obvious that you're attacking basically this new form of media where people get information from. Now, whether you agree with Joe, there's things I disagree with Joe Rogan on for sure, but what I do agree with is the ability to give information to an audience unfiltered, just like we're doing right now. Like we don't answer to anybody. There isn't anybody that
no beef.
We don't have to check in with anybody. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. And I can see, like, if you work for CNN, you look at someone like Joe Rogan who has, fucking 1 billion followers, and you're like, oh fuck, our way of life might change. If they don't trust what we have to say anymore, then we're in trouble, because that's the whole thing. And then we can't sell ads. Basically, if people aren't coming here, we can't sell ads, so we can't make money. And Joe Rogan keeps getting called out by CNN. Like, I thought it was like really, really whack. They did this. I was watching this, the podcast that's in question. So basically Joe had somebody on, a doctor on, and Joe spit out a fact about COVID that he thought was true.
Okay.
The doctor corrected him, and that was it. And Joe looked it up and said, you know what? Indeed, you are right. My bad. And that was pretty much the end of the conversation. There really wasn't more to it. But then I watched it on CNN, and the way CNN reported it was like, Joe Rogan was embarrassed, and like he's making a fool out of himself, and that shit is like, it's little kid shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, that's like little kid shit, and CNN seems so out of touch. They're so out of touch with the audience in that they don't understand that we can tell that it's kid shit. We can tell that you're attacking Joe Rogan. Why? Because you think he's taking your viewers and your listeners, and people are listening to him and not you, and you can't sell ads, and you're pissed. And you think we're dumb, like we don't know that that's your issue with Joe Rogan. Because otherwise, why the fuck are you talking about a podcaster when it comes to like actual science and news? If that's where you're getting all your shit and basing your entire life on that, I don't, dude, I've listened to podcasts that have changed my opinions on things, but it's never because I listened to the podcast. It's because somebody said something on the podcast, and then I went and checked it out to see whether or not it should be something that I should be paying attention to. And if it is, then I change my mind. But I never go like, well, Joe Rogan said, so yeah, that must be true. Like, Anybody who's doing that is an idiot anyways. Dude, I've heard Joe literally say that. Like, don't listen to me. I'm like you. I'm just getting this news from the same places. So for CNN to, one, put Joe on blast and go, like, try to make him look bad is, one, saying that Joe has that power, because otherwise, what are you paying attention to him for? He's just a podcast. He's a dude who does a podcast out of his house, right? And because a bunch of people listen to it, you're upset, kind of. Mm-hmm. And all I'm saying is I get it. I get why they're upset. Is it cool? No, it's not fucking cool, man. Like, you guys are looking like idiots. To me, normal news stations and news, it's over already. It's been over for a long time for me. What it is, though, is that the newer generations coming up pay no attention to it at all anymore. They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care because they have read the books, they've read the articles, they've seen the movies. They know you motherfuckers lie. You lie. Whoever's paying for your ads, that's who you're working for. News shouldn't operate that way.
Because they're going to get their news from somewhere else. So now with so many choices out there, they don't have to stick to the specific channels to just be stuck on that.
No.
They can just
they can figure out who's lying and who's not.
Right. Way faster than before.
Right. Because, I mean, like I said, literally there's been movies made about this stuff. There's, it is what it is. But if the news channels don't change their way of operation, it's a wrap for them. Let's be honest. There are more. Here's the truth of it: is more people listen to Joe Rogan than watch CNN. That's a fact.
Right.
So, who's really winning? To me, it's already over. And again, I'm not jumping on the Joe Rogan train or anything like that. There's things, like I said, I think Joe has he makes a lot of great points. He says a lot of great things, but he has also said things that I completely disagree with. But that's how you listen. That's how you should be listening. That's how you should listen to us. You shouldn't be like, everything they say is 100%. Like, dude, I'm just a dude. Do
you think if they presented the money that they present to these other stations on the advertisement to Joe, would he change his wording to be more closer to what they might want him to say technically?
Well, I mean, if we look at it like Spotify apparently is like it's bad times at Spotify right now, because Spotify is they have a lot of employees whose demographic is younger, right? Like it skews younger, as it should, and so in that younger generation, a lot of people have problems with Joe. They feel like he leans too far to the right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Because he's had people who are famous within the right on his show, but he's also had the opposite of that. I think Joe talks to who he fucking wants to talk to. And that's basically, and that pisses off a Fox and CNN, because they go by the rules of like, look, you're only supposed to talk to these people on this team, and you talk to these people on that team. And he's like, nah, I'll talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to and say whatever the fuck I want to say. And Spotify's going to pay me $100 million to do it.
He's like in the neutral middle.
I mean, you would think I don't know if it's neutral. What I'm saying is, like, I don't know if it matters anymore. As long as he's
I think that's what
saying what his truth is. Mm-hmm. I think people are more willing to believe a person who doesn't really have motivations to like, for instance, CNN, one of their huge sponsors is Pfizer, right? We're in a pandemic. Pfizer is one of the options. They obviously want to sell as many of those shots as possible to the government and to the people who need it. They want to make Pfizer is a company. They're a company that makes money off of what they make. They're not giving away free vaccines for, like, they're not really free is what I'm saying, is like someone's paying for those. I mean, we are paying for those.
Yes.
Whether you got it physically free or, our taxes, everything, we're paying for those. Pfizer wants top dollar on that, and they're pushing that agenda, and they pay CNN to run their ads. So do you think that there's a good chance that CNN is going to say something bad about Pfizer?
No.
You know what I mean? That's just bad business. Why would you do that? Like, why would you partner? Because you're partnering look, if you have a show and you're running ads, you're partnering with who's ever running those ads.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's some answer to that. Unless you're independent like Joe Rogan or a slew of other podcasters. We are that as well. Like, if you don't answer to anybody, there isn't a rule that you have to say a certain thing or not. You know?
And the ones, yes, and I think in maybe in that role where then he does pick like, okay, I'll take this company because
it falls in line with what I want. Like he
right, instead of the other way where it's like
they pay the most.
Yeah, and the anchors don't really, they're just a face, but there is
Right.
higher people that will decide like
the anchors are actors.
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at that. And I know they'd be like, no, we're real people, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get what you're saying. You're not technically acting, but you are technically playing a role. You are presenting the news that the company is telling you to present.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. The company is paid by certain companies. Can you necessarily go at those companies in a negative way that could harm the money that they pay the company that pays you? No.
That would be a conflict of interest for them.
Absolutely.
For the anchors. Oh, yeah, that would get them.
Absolutely. So people like Joe Rogan, like, you know, I can see why he would be attacked because, it's disruptive. I am a self-proclaimed futurist. I believe in moving the dialogue forward in all things. I believe it's a natural part of our evolution is to evolve as people, as, you know, as groups of people, as a culture. I believe we're here to evolve. So to me, when there's a big change like this in media where like the old guard is no longer in charge of shit, that shit doesn't scare me at all. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Just like NFTs are going to disrupt a lot of the music space, you know, like I'm not afraid of that. I'm not one of those people like, oh, I liked it how it used to be. Bro, there's one constant in this world, bro. There's only one. And that's change.
Yeah.
Change is the only constant ever. Why would you fight the only constant? It's unnatural. If you are a person who's like, I'm in tune with the earth or whatever, I'm natural and you're afraid of change, then you're lying because change is what is happening constantly. It's the only thing that is constantly happening. So when new things come in, like Joe Rogan or NFTs or trap music or EDM when EDM came out or punk rock, like I applaud that shit. I'm like, yes, new shit, let's go. And then if people are like, yeah, but the new shit is bad, again, the reason that doesn't bother me is because so far what it seems like every single time is that shit works itself out.
It does.
If something's bad, it can bad things fool people for a while? Yes. Can bad things fool people forever? No, not really. I mean, we can look at our government like that. At one time, the entire nation was like, yay, government, we're behind the government. And now there's no real sane people that are like, oh, the government never lies. Like, we all know it's a business. We all know these things. What you do about those things is up to you, but we do know those things. And we're not going to deny that stuff.
Yeah, I was seeing something earlier today that it's kind of talking about what you're saying. Hopefully what I'm saying is that this guy was saying that what is happening now as far as like, you know, the different type of racism, different type of, you know, government stuff, different stuff, it had always happened. It's just now because of, you know, this technology, now we're like more aware. We're
just able to shine the light on very obvious things that people have let slide for a long time. Like our government has lied openly to us. It's insane to me that there are still people that would be offended by that. As if I'm attacking an individual by saying that. No, I'm not attacking. I'm talking a system and a mechanism that was set up, by the way, way before the people who are benefiting from it now even started benefiting from it. The people who are benefiting from the system right now weren't even there when this thing started, man. Right? So I'm not attacking people, but for someone to go like, the government doesn't lie, that's ridiculous. That's insanity. You're insane. That's a person who, to me, has a very little box-like outlook on life in general, because it just doesn't make sense if the government's sole key, our sole reason for existing is to keep itself alive, because that's what a government's sole purpose is to do, is to keep itself alive. However it can do that. Mm-hmm. That's its sole purpose. What part of that says it needs to be honest? None of it.
Yeah.
That's not part of, that's the part that we romanticize. And nobody does that better than America. We do that better than fucking everybody. We romanticize everything. Everything is a bigger deal to us because we have shit. Trust me.
What it is.
Yeah.
What it is.
I mean, if we didn't have shit, if we were a third world country, most of the shit we think is important would not be important at all. That's, again,
I agree.
Is that a crazy thought? That doesn't seem like a crazy thought to me. That seems like a very normal thing. If we had less than we have right now, I probably wouldn't spend any time on Instagram. I'd be looking for things to eat. I'd be trying to fucking survive. If we lived in Ghana right now or Nigeria, you know, and parts of Africa, like the Middle East.
Even parts of Mexico too.
Mexico.
I mean, yeah.
Like, let's be honest, you wouldn't give a fuck about half the things you give a fuck right now. Here's for sure. This is how you know. I always do this for myself. Like, if I have room to complain about another person, I'm doing all right, y'all. And so are you, by the way.
Bro, I mean,
if you have time to complain about somebody else, you're doing a lot better than the majority of the planet. Let's be honest. Maybe not the majority, but a large portion of the planet. You're doing way, way better because some people don't have time to think about, like, how do I feel today? We do that. Let's be honest. In America, we're the best at that. Mm-hmm. How do I feel? How are you making me feel about me?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you make me feel about me? If you have time to do that, you're for sure not starving. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you should, and if you are, you're crazy because you should be looking for food or work.
Come on, Timmy, tell us how you feeling.
But I mean,
down over here.
But that's normal in America. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
and we take that shit for granted big time, bro.
Bro, I mean, even like, okay, so my little girl has, you know, she's 3 years old, and my wife doesn't use her iPhone anymore because and then we gained another one. Yeah. And then just, okay, here's yours. She can give it to her. It's like, it blows me away when we go down to Mexico and they see her with something like that. And it's like, wait, like, they're like, that doesn't even make sense. How did that happen? Like, how were you even able to get a cell phone? And like you're saying, like, we just, like, oh, here, bro, you take it.
I know for a fact that you've thrown a cell phone and broke it. Like, just mad, broke your cell phone.
Yes.
And then you got another cell phone. I mean, it cost you money and you were like, oh man, fuck. But you got another cell phone. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, oh my God, our lifeline to the world is gone now because I broke my cell phone. There are places like that where that's a reality.
Bro, I mean, not to say anything, but yeah, I know close people that experience that where it's like, oh man, this broke. Oh, it's like,
that's it. I'm not going to get another one.
Yeah. It's like,
there's no money coming in.
How do I tape this together?
There's no prospects.
Yeah. And
yeah. But yeah, I think all that has to do with like the changing of information. Obviously, we're on the internet. That's what this show covers, is stuff on the internet. We're broadcasting on the internet. It has, dude, for as many complaints as I have, because I am not complaint free of the internet. I am not naive to the idea that the internet has also produced some amazingly bad things, for sure, like everything else that we make. All I'm saying is it is exactly like everything else we've made. There's good, there's bad, there's balance. How you use it is up to you. I decided to use it this way.
Yeah.
I decided to talk to other like-minded people and try to figure out some things and hopefully figure out those things in front of y'all so that maybe it could help y'all figure out some things, because that's how I figure out things a lot. I watch other people. I'm super interested in how other people think and how they relate to things. And because of that, I learn stuff. And hopefully you can learn stuff too. Like, that's why I want to do this show. But my ability to be able to do that hasn't always been there. Now that it is there, I'm going to take advantage of it. I know a lot of other people are going to take advantage of it. And if you're going to take advantage of it, then try to do it in a good way. And look, if we all shared our honest knowledge, not our opinions, our honest knowledge,
That's a
the
good
things
way
we've
of
learned, and we shared those things, we'd all be in a much better place. And I think Rogan just does that. That's his life. He shares his opinion. He shares his insights. And CNN attacking someone like that is like attacking any of us, yo. Let's be real about it. We could be, man, he has a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. I get you. I got you. I understand. He's got a lot of money. But his position and what he's doing and how he got there could be any of you.
Right.
And you could all be attacked for simply saying the truth about things or expressing how you feel. Nobody should be getting pissed at you or trying to ruin you or defame you because you feel something. Because here's the thing. Just like Rogan did on that show, you can gain new information and think something new.
Right.
And we should allow each other to do that. We're not going to get past like this divisiveness that we have, like the right side, the left side, the old people, the new people, like, you know, all these different fights that are not about anything because we're all sharing the same experiences. If you are fighting with young people now, at one time you were a young person fighting with old people.
Right,
If an older person, one time you were a younger person fighting with older. The insanity is that we ignore that about each other. Like you weren't there one time, right? Like that you can't. And that's the problem is that we lack empathy as a whole. At least I feel like we could all do better with some empathy, man. Like I watch Instagram sometimes, Eddie. Like it's hard for me to stay on Instagram. Like I'll have people like will tag me or they'll hit me on something and they'll think I'm not getting back, but I'm really just not trying to check anything because occasionally I'll see some stuff and I'll be like, yo, why is this person complaining to the world about something that's happening in their life between them and somebody else? That's crazy to me. Like the fact that we have the ability to do that now is one of those things about the internet that I don't like. I don't like the fact that you can bring your things that used to be like socially at least private, like they used to be like between you and like, cause here's you know my policy on this, bro. If someone has an issue with me, bring it to me.
Right.
And doors open, by the way. I will welcome it in. Like, let me hear what you got. Let me see what you're saying. Maybe you're right. I'm with that. Cause it means zero to me if you just say it to other people. And in my mind, if you're doing that, I'm right. It doesn't matter what your argument is. I'm right because you can't even say it to me. It's weird that with social media and things like Twitter and Instagram, you're able to now have that conversation that you should be having with somebody else with the world because it's your way of going like, this is how I feel. Anybody else agree? Anybody? Yes. 1, 2, 3 likes, 4 likes, 5 likes. Yay. Yeah. See, I am right. The other person's wrong. And that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Look, if you are not seeing eye to eye with somebody, you're 50% the problem. That's just the facts. And here's an easy way to prove that. If you're having an issue with somebody and you're allowing them to be in your life, that is your fault.
Yes, I agree.
That 50% of that problem could be over. Does it fix it all? No, but 50% of it could be over overnight. You could just be like, I'm not talking to that person anymore. They're not part of my life. I'm outro. That's for sure. And how much easier is it to move forward in your life and let go of like past beefs or like issues you think you have with people than to just take it to that person? Dude, you could do it. Trust me. I do it all the time. If I see an Instagram thing of like one of my friends and I'm like, oh, I wonder whether it's good, bad, or like I'm just checking on like, yo, they sound upset right now. I'm gonna fucking hit them up. Hey, bro, are you upset? Just ask them. I don't understand what it is about like social media that has allowed us to hide when we could be using social media to get naked. Expose it all. Show who you are for real. Like, why are you on that shit still hiding? Like you're still hiding.
Yeah, I think that's what the media does. It allows you to hide and not confront whatever situation you're in or you might be in. That is where you can send a message to someone, let them have it, and then block them or express it like you said for everybody to see it. And just based on what's happening, I mean, you are going to get those likes because there will be someone that say, "Oh,
so anyone's going to there are, dude, okay."
And everybody's
people will agree with anything.
Yes.
There's more than one person that agrees with everything ever existing ever.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than one. There's not just one person who thinks something. And if it's if it's like a beef between two people, then of course, you're going to have sides.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely shouldn't be playing out. It's just weird to me when stuff like that happens, right? Because it is, look, you don't even have to take an opinion on Instagram. Just take a picture, right? You're taking a picture, say it's a selfie. You take a selfie of yourself in something that you feel like you look good in, right? This is a very normal thing in our day and age, right? Nobody looks down on that. It's just, hey, it's just a selfie. You're just what? You're just what? You're just telling the world that you feel good? Like that is a weird thing. Is it? Because I've heard the attitude behind that. Hey man, you got to let yourself shine and you got to I got you. But doesn't that, the moment you put it out to the world though, is you asking other people to acknowledge that you're doing it. Because if you're like, yo, I just do it for me. I just post for me. What? Then why do you accept friends? Why do you accept, that doesn't make any sense. I think it's better for you to just say you're doing with it what it is meant to do. I'm here to share pictures and take selfies and I'm going to use it how it is. Don't say, man, I just use it for me, man. If you have one friend, you're not using it for you. Just like when we make music, we've had this conversation with how many artists, Eddie? How many artists from Thought Fest, through Crappy Awesome, hundreds of artists. When somebody says, I just make music for me. The only way I ever believe that is if you don't put your music out monetarily at all. If everything you ever do is free and you're not trying to make a dime off of it, I believe you, dog. And I think that's dope.
Yes.
That's dope. I think that's very honorable. I think I know artists who are like that. They're not really actually trying to complicate their art with the business side of this. I'm not one of those artists. I am complicating it.
But that's dope, man.
But I think it's super dope. But I don't believe when somebody's like, I only do this for me, but you're selling it. What? That, again, that's like an oxymoron. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think with that selfie thing you were talking about, the way I think about it is okay, someone's taking a picture. I know you're like, oh, they're putting it on the world, which yes, they are. They are doing it. I think if I think about it more in the sense where it's like, I want just maybe this, that, and that person to let's see if they like.
Oh yeah, every selfie is directed probably towards at least one or two
and
people.
It's being looked at a smaller
but it's still for approval,
right?
You're not taking a picture of yourself and then getting that picture and putting it on your wall because you're like, man, I really like the way I look on that picture. The light, the way it hits my face. Yo, I look skinny, or I like buff, or I like pretty, or whatever it is you think you look. Which all those things, by the way, to me, those are all fine. That's okay for you to think all those things about yourself. I think that's awesome, by the way, if you love yourself.
I'm not going to take my pictures down now.
But if you get that picture and then you put it on the internet, and then there's a hope for that picture to perform somehow, yeah, there's something wrong with that. I'm saying it as someone who's done that. I'm literally saying there's something probably wrong with that. What is the purpose of that? So instead of going, I only do these things for myself, but you're talking to the public when you're doing that, just say the truth. Hey, I'm making some of this. I hope some people like it. That's what you really mean. That's what you really fucking mean. Saying I just do it for myself is protecting you from someone going, that's whack. And then you just go, oh, I just do it for myself. That's all that really is. It's just protecting you. But what I'm saying is, don't do that.
That's a tough way of thinking, man.
Yeah, don't do that. You don't need to do that.
Sounds.
Here's the thing. If they don't like it, it doesn't even matter. It matters just as little as you even posting it.
And that sounded stressful for a minute.
Right, but is that not what it is?
Yeah. I mean,
right?
mhm.
That's what it is. So I say if you post stuff or you're putting stuff out into the world or whatever you're creating, it's okay for you to go like, this makes me happy what I'm putting out, but understand the moment you put it out, you're starting the conversation. Every time you release something as an artist, you're asking a question. How do you feel about this? That's what you're asking. If I make a painting and I post, no, it's conscious. Bullshit. It's conscious. You are conscious of it. You're just ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
But you are conscious of the fact that, yo, here's the painting. I'm putting it up on my Instagram. You are asking a question. Hey, everybody, how does this make you feel? And what I'm saying is that is what art does. That is the question of art. We need to stop denying that. It doesn't make us better if we're like, I only do this for me.
You think they might be they're not, well, I don't know if I'm ready to call themselves the artist or? For sure.
I think if we look at the deeper layers of this, it's hard to call yourself an artist, right? It's hard to call yourself an artist if you aren't testing the extremes of your art, right? If you're not pushing it.
Yeah.
Right? And the only way to do that is through connection. You have to see how this art affects the world. That's way better. By the way, that's way better. Because you only have to acknowledge that. Where it goes from there, what you do with it, if you sell it, whether you don't sell it, all that doesn't matter. That's on you. Handle that however you want. And applause to however you handle it. But to say that you're not asking a question when you put it out in front of people is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I think what you're saying, bro, is just that is not being taught out there.
For sure. So and I get that too. Like, yeah. I'm not like angry at people who do that. I'm saying, yo, here's some, trust me, as somebody who's, I've spoken to tons of artists. I'm an artist my entire life. The only question that we're asking as artists is, how does it feel? How's it making you feel? So to say I only do it for me means that you're not considering. You're not considering. You don't care. You don't care about that. And so if you don't care, again, listen to what I'm saying. That's okay. But do you know that the moment you put it out, you can't say you don't care. You're literally using a platform that puts things on display. The mere purpose of putting something on display is to ask the question of how does it make you feel? You care.
Yeah, so whatever emotion you had, even though you put it out, that's the.
Yeah, and dude, I've seen like amazingly talented artists say stuff like that. And then like I'll you know me, bro. You've seen me do this a bunch of times. I'll pull them aside and talk to them because I'm interested in that thinking of like, wait, why are you saying you're only doing this for yourself, but you're putting it out? Why? Like, it's good. It's super dope. Like, why not just ask the question, hey guys, how does this make you feel? Or just be okay with that. You don't have to do much. Just acknowledge the fact that that's what it is that you're doing. Because what you're not doing is not caring.
Yes.
That's for sure not happening. You're caring. You're posting it out. It took me a long time to learn that. I was definitely that. I was definitely an artist who was like, fuck you guys. I don't fuck the industry, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. And still fuck the industry. But still, like, I think I was protecting myself from any criticism at all by going, it's not for anybody. It's just for me. And I realized like that's not, so then why am I wasting your time putting it in front of you if it's not for you at all?
And then you get upset.
How dare
you get those likes?
Yeah, and then you're mad if somebody doesn't like it. Yeah. That doesn't make sense. What I'm saying, we don't need to be like that. I know at PlatformCollection we don't get down like that. Like that's just not what it is. I'm acknowledging. I'm making my stuff because I would like to take it a step further and not just ask the question. I'd like to fix things if I can. I'd like to contribute to fixing things, and so I do care. I care 100% about every single thing that I do. And because of that, I try to get really good at it. And I hope in showing that I try to get good at it, that people believe that I care, because I wouldn't do that if I didn't care. And what I'm saying is for people who do think that, or maybe you're in a place because maybe the industry's treated you shitty and you're like, man, fuck everybody, man. I make dope shit and people don't fucking give me love or whatever it is. Dog, please, I'm telling you, it doesn't fucking matter, man. It doesn't matter. Believe in the shit you make, and it will find the people that need to find it. If someone doesn't like your shit, that is dope. That means you filtered people out. You filtered people out. And for me, I'm a fucking art junkie. So the more different and crazy it is, the more I fucking like it. So to me, I'm one of those people. You can make some weird shit and be like, nobody gets me. And someone like me will get you. And I'll be like, yo, that's the shit that fucking hypes me up. That shit got me through the day. You know, that shit is the shit that I play when I work out or when I think or when I write. And you can be that for people if you allow yourself to do that. If you don't allow yourself, what that looks like is you going, I do this only for me. Why? Allow yourself to be used as inspiration for people, especially if you're dope. Because again, like I said, I was there. I was that person. I was 100% that person. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. This is for me. And then I just learned, man, like, what am I doing then? Like, none of those things, the math doesn't line up. If there's anything that I want to be more than anything is a logical person. And so there's no logic in that saying I don't care. I do care. Yeah. I fucking care. And people at Platform Collection care. I know the homie Gene Flow. I saw him jump in the chat room for a minute. I know Gene Flow cares. Dude, you should see how much time he puts behind his show. If you guys don't know, Gene Flow, another artist, my producer, member of the Invisible Ponchos, has a show called Beat Block. It's on every Thursday. In fact, it's on this Thursday coming up. And it's like all beat radio. Like, so if you're a beat maker, producer, they play your music. He plays your music. And he takes a lot of, I know, Eddie, you produced that show.
Send your beats over to hiphopeddie@gmail.com.
There you go. Yeah, if you're a beat maker.
Of 3 and 1 to 3 minutes.
1 to 3 minutes, minimum of 3. And man, dude, I've heard some amazing artists in there. I saw some people in the chat room earlier in our
somebody
chat room.
said they came
Admiral
from
Atlas. Yeah, dude, he fucking kills it.
The Telegram world too, man.
Yeah, but the thing what I was saying about Gene's show is he cares so much about giving people shine and giving people like the opportunity because he understands that concept of like, yo, people should feel these things. I want people you worked hard on this thing. I want you to feel this thing. So I'm gonna share my audience with you. I'm gonna get your beat and I'm gonna put it in front of people who actually care. The people who follow Platform Collection on all the different things we do. Mm-hmm. I'm proud to say I think, you know, they're really good people. I've met a lot of them. They're really good people. They care about what they're doing. They love the art. They love the furthering of the conversation about art. They know that it evolves. They see how we evolve things. They're fans of that. And Gene is one of those people who likes to evolve things. And like his beat radio show is innovative. It's one of the things that we're really proud of here at Platform Collection. But he really cares. And he gets what it's about. Mm-hmm. Like Gene could literally just do a show where he just plays nothing but his music.
Right.
And he doesn't do that. Literally, he got a platform and the first thing he did was like, I'm going to share the love. I'm going to make a ladder. I'm going to make some steps. Mm-hmm. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I think sometimes with what you're talking about, what the artist has to learn or just kind of, learn is that even their surroundings when it comes to like family.
Yeah.
That's not supportive sometimes.
That's tough, right?
It's the tough one, you know?
Yeah.
So, but
people who don't feel supported can easily feel angry.
Yes.
Right. And I think that that's a natural feeling because it's a lonely feeling. It's you feel like you're not being like your actions aren't justified. Right. You can beat yourself up. Dude, I've been on the artist journey for a long time. I know how it feels. Like you can beat yourself up. You can be like, yo, I do this thing and I don't know, so-and-so never notices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a big one in the entertainment industry, especially when you're first starting out. You're like, I just want so-and-so to notice. And
that so-and-so wants the proof of concept, which doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in this world.
You're talking about like in the entertainment business.
Yeah, in the entertainment business.
Right. Like most of the time, like if you're trying to get the attention of an artist who's already working within the entertainment industry. What they really want to know is, are you able to earn along with them?
Right.
And it doesn't mean that they don't like the way you sound or anything, but do you have all the things filled in to start earning along with them? Or will they have to come back for you or slow down whatever they're doing to help you? If they have to do those things, then most of the time, it's not that you're not getting noticed. You're just not getting worked with because you don't have those things filled in.
Right.
And that takes time. And by the way, that should be hard, by the way. It's just, you're just starting a business. You're your business. That should be hard. It shouldn't be just easy. Like, otherwise everybody would fucking do it. And if you feel like you're an artist and you're talented, then you understand that you're a rare person.
Yes.
You're rare. Dude, everyone who sends in beats to Gene Flow's show, all those producers, they're all rare people because they are already creating things and they want it to be played and they want people to vibe with it and they're happy when those things happen. That's already a rare thing. You have a voice in you that's trying to speak. And they might be speaking with, drums and snares, but they're speaking. And so that's a rare thing. And I think it's okay for artists I think it's important for, if you're an artist, to first acknowledge the rarity that you are. Because even statistically, you're among that 2.5% of the population.
If you're doing music, if you're doing art, if you're doing anything outside the box, you are that person. You are rare.
Yeah.
You are already rare. So just take that and then build.
Yeah. Because everything else, like the likes, the subscriptions, the applause, bro, none of that shit fucking matters, man. Let's go. We've been killing. Did you see this thing about Wiz Khalifa? So Wiz Khalifa recently tweeted, as entertainers, let's try some shit next year. Minding our own business. Woo! No disrespect each other's families, dead homies, or area they come from. Not disrespecting each other's families, dead homies, or area they come from. Stop using someone else's significant other as one up to the other person. That's probably that's that Kanye shit, right? Actually showing the same love you expect to get. Ooh, that's big, man. Wiz has always been first of all, Wiz smokes a lot of weed. So I would venture to say Wiz is probably a little more chill, introspective type of guy. He's always kind of been on that stuff. He's always been about weed. And I mean, like being in hip hop and people who primarily focus on weed, the one thing they usually are is a little more thoughtful.
Yes.
Stoners are. But yeah, man, he seems very bothered. I mean, we've had a few rappers die within the last few months, which has been, insane that someone can work their whole life to put out a record and achieve their dream, and then you get shot like at a liquor store.
On some bullshit.
On some you should have been noticing me shit. That's why that kind of stuff is crazy. Fools are literally getting killed over not giving the love or not giving me props or, how come you're not showing me any shine? Like, bro, what is that? That doesn't make any sense, man. If you really understood how the business works in general, then you wouldn't even be asking. You would know that it's impossible. Like, you got to put yourself on, man.
Right.
That's real shit. And if you're lucky enough to find people who are on the same journey with you, then you're just that. You're lucky. But for the most part, you got to put yourself on. And having beefs with just having beefs in rap is so whack, dog. It's so whack.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't even make sense.
Right.
I mean, why? I mean, there's so much that you can do as the artist in your lane that beefing is kind of like doing the sidetrack. Like, oh, okay, you got to go this way, but I'm going to take this detour, go over here.
To beef.
Yeah, and it's such a why? I mean, it's,
I mean, I get why people are probably when it comes to the clout or whatever, all that's, people think oh, it's going to get me attention or people are desperate, man. I mean, people are desperate for, one, this, I think most people feel like money will solve their problems. Right?
Oh, yeah. And
most people feel that. And I've yet to see that. I've met some people with a lot of money. And
because, we were talking about this earlier because you can make, say, $100,000 a year, for example, then then you'll just live that $100,000 lifestyle.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean,
even if you think you won't,
yeah, you
because that's usually the thing, right? Like the thing is usually like, not me though. I'm smart. But you don't understand. Like the things around you. Look, what you need to make 100,000 and keep 100,000 are two different things.
Right. Yes.
They're two completely different things. Making it is one level of hustle. Keeping it is a whole nother level of hustle. And some people don't understand that, because some people are like, man, once I got that, I'll just cash out. Think about what you're saying. I'm going to just cash out. And do what? Oh, I'm going to just chill on a beach, or I'm going to chill on a, whatever. And do what? How long will that last?
And then, I mean,
people who make $100,000 at their art are not even thinking about chilling. They're not doing that to chill. I've said this many times. Don't get in the entertainment business if you're trying to not have a job. That's insane.
Right.
If you're trying to not have a job, this is not the place to be. You could have so many better places to make money easier than it is in the entertainment business.
Because it is a job. Because even though technically you're not like this 9 to 5, it is a job. So you have to put in, that time.
Absolutely.
So
you have to put in more than equivalent to what a 9 to 5 is for you to actually find some success at this thing. I have yet to see that proven wrong. And here's the sad fact that a lot of artists don't like to hear. But that whack rapper that that you're like, why is he always getting shine? Why are they everywhere? Like, I can't believe they play that fool's music, blah, blah, blah. I will guarantee you the one thing about that person is they're working their shit 24/7. 24/7. 90% of their day is dedicated to them working their shit. Because that's what works. That's what the mechanism is. Do you have to do that? No, you don't have to do that. Sure, you don't have to do that. But if you're wondering, why am I not earning as much? It just comes down to the work, guys.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. I mean, but you guys know, most people should know this. If you're thinking about getting in the music business, you should know this. You should know that it has very little to do with the actual making of the music, because the assumption is that if you're at the level to start earning on your music, we shouldn't have to be worrying about your music. Your music should be at the level that it should be to be marketed and sold.
Right.
If that is what you're pursuing. And if not, good for you. But if you are, and you're wondering why, like, well, why is that whack person always? Probably because they just work harder. That's usually it.
Yeah, I saw something Mike Tyson that he had said and I'm going to try to say as best as I can, where he was saying, like, they asked him as far as like, what do you think about his talent? He's like, it's not the talent. The talent is like, if you have the talent, that's already like, dope. That's just the cherry right there. But it's the work. If you don't put the work in, then it doesn't even matter. Like, the talent just kind of helps you draw better, but you don't have to have the talent if you have the skills to work. And as long as you work hard at what you feel like you want to do, you will be successful.
Absolutely.
So then it just goes to, okay, if somebody calls that guy over.
That's a hard thing for people to swallow, though, right? Bro. Like that it's just the work. I like think the reason, like, I asked a family member this the other day, and it got a little touchy. But I asked them, I was like, because we were having kind of a disagreement about something, and I was like, let me ask you something, because I feel like we're disagreeing on something that we probably shouldn't even be talking about because we don't see it the same. Right. And so I said, so in order for me to understand that, let me ask you this question. I was like, do you feel that your life and everything that has happened in your life, and even what may happen in the future, is on your shoulders? And they're like, no, of course not. Like, no. Like, a lot of things have happened to me to be put into the situation. And I was like, well, there you go. That's why we disagree. I was like, because I know what has been proven in my life is every situation is you're able to get out of every situation. Whether you can motivate yourself to do that or not is another question.
Yeah.
But is the door there? Yes. The door is there 100% of the time. It's there because sometimes it's just perspective. Sometimes you're like, because this is the thing. Usually people are looking for one answer to a problem. And in America, a lot of the times that's just money. Right? I'm poor. What do I need to not be poor? Money. That's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. You don't need money to not be poor. You need a new mindset to not be poor. Because giving money to someone who thinks poor, they will remain poor. They will find a way to become poor again. Poverty is a mindset. It's something that the system sets up, and if you fall into it just like a booby trap, you're off and running, man. And it's hard to get out of that sometimes because you start to believe, I've been put here. People are keeping me here. Yeah. The door's there, but it's not open. It's locked. It's a lie. It's open. It's wide open. You have to go through that. But to get yourself motivated for some people is extremely hard. Yeah. It's extremely, extremely hard.
And yeah, money isn't the one, for sure. Because you gotta get to a point, and for me, it's like I took the value out of money. I know money is necessary to, to live or to do, but I took the value out of it to not just be like, I want to do this just for money, because that is completely not what it was. And I can be honest that at one point I was like, I just want to do this for money. But as time and years go by, it didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
It didn't even make sense. So
it didn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that it's, I've seen it play out enough times in people's lives. Like, we have some close personal friends who finally got to that point where they're like, I made my bills are covered. My house is covered. Everything's good. I got everything. And some of those people aren't here anymore because they took themselves out.
Right.
Because it just wasn't the answer. Because it's never the answer. Again, you don't stop being poor by getting money. That's not, I know it seems like that. I know, but guys, that's a very simplistic answer. You really think that that's the answer to a question that is so hard to pose to yourself? Like, how do I, quote unquote, make it? How do I succeed? How do I find contentment, happiness? We get stuck on this for sure. I think we get stuck, and in the entertainment business, you see this a lot. Like, people get stuck on that serotonin hit of being liked, right? It's what the like button is. It's a little injection. Every time someone hits it, you get a little tap. Ah,
yeah.
Yes. Serotonin. That's what you get every time you get a like. So why does that work? Have you ever asked yourself why? If because I hear people complain about social media all the time, but do you ever ask yourself why it actually works? It's because it taps into your most primal emotions. You want to be loved because love to you means that you're not scared. You don't want to be scared because not being scared to you means that you get to live. It's a very biological thing. Exactly. It's a biological thing. Social media plays into that. It allows you to feel safe and loved at the comfort of your own home in bed with the covers over your head. If you post something, you put it up and you see that like, you get that little rush of like, nice.
Now I can go memes.
Yeah, or whatever. You can live. You can continue to. That's what's really happening is your brain is going, oh, we're able to live longer.
For the next like.
Yeah, we can live to the next like. And that's what everybody starts doing is living for the next like. And there's no way that behavior and those chemicals going into your body doesn't affect you. Of course it fucking affects you. Because here's the reason. And embrace yourselves. This is real. You shouldn't be happy all the time.
Right.
Happiness is an emotion. It's just one emotion, a emotion. That's it. It's one of the many emotions. Why do you think that should be the dominant one? When nothing else in our universe seems to work that, right? What did we just say is the most constant thing in the universe? Change. So being happy all the time doesn't line up with that, right? Again, just logically, it doesn't line up with that. So wouldn't it probably be smarter to learn to live with all the emotions and understand them in a way that doesn't kill you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If sadness, anger, loneliness, if those things push you to be a person that you don't want to be, it's better to figure out how to live with those things than think you're not going to have those ever. You're just handling them wrong. By the way, people handle happiness wrong. There's people who are too happy for things that are not justified. That's just real. I mean, all of us have met people like that, right? Like just a person who's just like, dude, why the fuck are you so happy? We're at a funeral. Kick it. Like, what's wrong with you? But that's real. Like, we don't deal with our emotions very well as a people. So
even a happy emotion could be a bad one.
Like what you're saying. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Because there are times when you're getting that happiness, and when what you should be doing is probably getting some of that pain so that you can evaluate your situation. But the happiness is blinding you.
Yeah.
Right? It's what drugs do in a large part, right? Mm-hmm. Most drugs, the way they're used, not the way they're meant. So please don't email me or leave comments. I'm saying the way they're used most of the time is to remove you from whatever reality you're in right now, right? And the flaw with that is that reality doesn't actually go away. You're simply just fogging your ability to see it.
Yes.
Let me say that again. You're just fogging your ability to see the reality anytime you're not willing to deal with the emotion as it is. Now, people will say, like, well, weed helps me do that. Okay, I agree. Yeah, weed can help you do that if that's your intention. But if your intention is just to smoke the joints, oh man, I need to forget shit, bro. That's not good for you.
It's no different than taking like a sleeping pill or a painkiller.
It's exactly like that. And now you're just disrespecting the weed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, really, that's what's happening. You're not using it the way. Yeah, and you think it's not bad, but it is definitely bad if it's just masking the pain, man. Like, you got to deal with the pain. Like, you have to have that emotion. Being happy, again, like I said, is not an all the time thing. It is one of the many emotions. It's one of the stops along the clock of your life. Happiness.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you can stack a bunch of those moments throughout your life. But what is still going to happen inevitably? Someone you love is going to die. You're going to die. Say that again. You are going to die. Those things are inevitable. They will happen. Mm-hmm. You will lose things. You will gain things. All those things. So again, if you're trying to find a sweet spot in life, it would seem like logically the game is to get comfortable with those things. That's the best way to play this game, is get comfortable with uncomfortable situations. Understand that happiness is fleeting, just like beauty, just like life. It's all fleeting. It's the only real reality is fleeting, all of it. But if you're in a sad place, this is why this is so important. This is why all of this is so important. If you're in a sad place, you're in a bad place, that too is fleeting. It will go away. And you can do things to make it go away.
Yes.
But you first got to understand why maybe you shouldn't be happy all the time. Maybe some of the stress is you actually reminding yourself of like, oh shit, I need to get to work. Or, oh shit, I need to motivate myself. Maybe that's what it really is. Maybe that's what that stress is. And if you just understand it different, you can understand why that could help you. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I hope that for all of you.
Yes.
I don't even know how we started talking about that. Anyways, Kanye West, man, did you see this, dude?
I saw him
this is
out there where he was like, I can't even go to my daughter's birthday party.
Yeah, so apparently he didn't get invited to his kid's birthday party, which is, it's whack. I don't mean to make light of that at all. If you have a kid and you can't see your kid and you want to see look.
Yeah,
this is how I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling you what I'm saying is from the heart. I believe that's whack that happened to him because I don't know my dad. I don't know. I know how it feels to deal with a dad who doesn't care to know you. Kanye seems to want to know his kids. I think that should be applauded. I think that's dope. I think that's a dad who wants to be a dad. That for sure should not be booed.
At all.
You know what I mean? We need more examples of that. And I get what people think of Kanye from a pop world perspective. But again, we're getting to that place where, dude, if you put that much weight on a celebrity or somebody that you barely even know, come on, man. Back off a little bit.
Yeah, please.
Just put yourself in that situation and understand what that would be like. Like, damn, I can't see my kids. But anyways, I'm not cheering for Kanye anyways.
But Travis Scott.
Yeah, so Travis Scott. Yeah, Travis, that was dope, right? Travis Scott, his homie, and Kylie Jenner, I guess they snuck him. What do you think that was like, though? Like, you know what I mean? They're like, Kanye's not invited. So Kim's like, yay, I'm going to be able to kick it. And and then he shows up. Dude, I've been at parties where that's happened.
Bro,
have you not?
Yes.
Like where the boyfriend or the baby's daddy shows up.
And you're just like,
there's no way that feels good.
Yeah, I think it'll come out because they most likely were filming it for something that they filmed their stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And they can't. Of course, they're not gonna like. No, we can't. You know, it's the birthday party. You know, so
yeah,
yeah, it'll be out, and yeah, it'd be interesting how they edit that stuff or how that happens. But he crashed the party.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Good
Kanye.
for you, Kanye.
Or Ye, right? His name.
Yeah, it's Ye. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Ye. Good for you. Crash that party, man. See your kid. I'm pro see your kid. Trust me.
I've been seeing him a lot lately where the paparazzi is on him and he's like not having it.
Well, he just did he's dating some new girl. Have you seen the girl he's dating, by the way?
No,
oh my god.
Let me see.
Yeah, how do I check that? Hold on, let me bring that up. But Kanye is dating dude, some people are like, oh, Kanye, all he's doing is dating like the 2022 version of Kim, and that's gotta sting Kim. She was in the Uncut Gems movie. Oh yeah, Julia Fox. Here she is. Let me see if I can bring up some images that are. Yeah. I mean, dude, she is.
Do they have a side by side?
Smoke show? Yeah. Let me bring this up. Yeah, there they are. Julia Fox. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Oh yes.
I don't know how old she is. I don't know what the age difference is, and I don't know if Hollywood doesn't seem to give a shit. But yeah. So he's dating her, and I guess on the thing that people are saying is that on their first date, she was already like she gave a press conference after their first date.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. Imagine if you had that kind of pulled on. Like you're dating, like whoever you date, that person has to do a press conference because it would just be easier to deal with the media that way.
Oh man.
And yeah, he took her out. Apparently they met at a party, and then on the first date. So did you hear what he did for the first date?
No.
So he got them, I forgot, some crazy expensive hotel or whatever, but they had their own paparazzi hired. So like they did a photo shoot on the date. Mm-hmm. So the date was basically a photo shoot. And so, bro, at first I was like, yo, what? That's what? Like, that's going to be the first. But dude, think about this.
He had to prepare her.
Bro, no, dog. You literally got a photo shoot directed by Kanye West as a gift for a first date. You know what I mean? He potentially, by doing that, he potentially made her millions.
Yeah.
Just to sell the pictures. He's made millions.
Bro.
Dude, talk about one-upping someone bringing roses to a first date. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to compete? Dude, anyone who, like, can you imagine if the next guy who dates her and he's like, on my first date, I brought you candy and roses. This motherfucker made you millions. He gave you college money for your kid, basically. And then I guess in the hotel suite that he had, she said was the biggest suite she's ever been into. And he filled it with clothes for her just to take in and to, like, you know, just kind of wear. And I don't know what I'm not rich. I don't understand how it works. I guess it's almost like having your own swap meet, except you own everything in the swap. You get to take it all home. And and they basically spent the date with him just, I guess, maybe drinking wine, watching her put on the clothes, and like that was it. And that was their first date. And she said she was blown away and she's looking forward to the future.
I mean, it's not, I've been watching, you know, I think it's either Pablo Escobar or whatever, where I'm not saying he does that, but it's similar.
He does a version of that. Yeah, Escobar used to
very
wine and dine his ladies.
And he would just like, well, here's all the clothes. And here's like, what? I was like,
yeah, wow. Here's a lion.
Yeah.
Here, what'd you get on your first day? He bought me a lion. Like, what the fuck?
And I got to go to the zoo and it's in his house.
Yeah, dude. And so I guess.
That's crazy.
I guess the thing is, because she's dating Pete Davidson. right? You know that?
Yeah, I know who
from
he is.
SNL, and
He was dating, I mean, you know, me, but the one
he's
right
not
before,
had a bad year.
the
put it
one
this way.
right before was very nice too.
No, he's not had a bad. He's hitting him out of the park right now as far as
Good
beautiful
for
women.
him.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah,
He's a young single guy.
why not?
He's doing nothing wrong. You know, I question his judgment a little bit in that would you why get involved in that shit show? You know, the Kanye Kim shit. I mean, look, Kim's beautiful. As much as you make, yes, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
Right.
She's you know, she's been a beautiful woman for a long time. You know, you could talk about her being natural or unnatural. It doesn't matter. Obviously, she's a beautiful woman. But is she that bad? Like that you're just gonna like, man, I'm gonna just get involved in this whole shit. Kanye West, even if I get with Kim, Kanye West is the guy who's gonna come on and pick up the kids on the weekends.
Yes.
And like, it's Kanye West, dog. Like,
but they went to dinner at one time, right?
all of them?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about that. He had gone dinner and he was dating with Kanye was with Kim, and they went to a dinner after like some kind of Hollywood thing, and that he's like, I got it. Like he's like, I wanted to feel like, and that Kanye was like, well, I want to get that stuff that's not even on the menu. I want to get that stuff, and then he came out like some night show, and he was just saying
Kanye did.
Kanye was telling him that, saying like at the restaurant, I want to order whatever's not on the menu. He's like, man, I don't even have that kind. Like, what kind of money does he spend?
Him and Pete Davidson?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Well, here's the thing: is apparently Pete Davidson actually dated the girl that Kanye is dating now, and so it was almost like Kanye.
What?
But I mean, look at the sub moves. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, okay, you're dating my ex-wife. All right, I'm gonna go date the baddest girl you've dated, and basically erase you from her history by being such at a level that you don't even exist. By the way, did you do that for Kim? Like when you started dating my ex-wife, did you?
Vice versa.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, it's a big statement, but I mean, if I was Pete Davidson, bro, like you're in your 20s, you're on SNL, like, dude, stay away from the drama, Pete. What's wrong with you, dog? Like,
I think
you've dated a bunch of.
for that.
I know, but I mean, dude. I agree that it's got to be hard, but and maybe I guess again I have no idea, so I'm not like saying like I know that it's easy, but I'm saying like, is there anyone on the planet that doesn't know Kim Kardashian and her world is a shit show? Like everybody knows, like, and for a guy who isn't he like has crazy anxiety, right? He's on medication. He had to take a time off of SNL because he gets crazy. Why would you want to date literally the most popular woman on the planet?
That makes sense,
right?
He's crazy, man.
He's great, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So man, Pete, I'm pulling for you, bro. You know, go. Here's the best thing you could do, Pete. Date somebody nobody knows. Trust me. 1 star in the house is enough.
I think the celebrities that are out there that have dated someone that's not in that entertainment world are the ones that have survived with their significant other.
Oh, that still have like, yeah. I mean, at some point you can't just keep being crazy.
Yeah.
Look at Britney.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just keep being crazy. But yeah, I just hope that the kids are cool. That would suck. I mean, I know the kids are going to be.
Yeah, the kids are going to be
They're going to be taken care of. I don't know. It may already be too late to say that they're going to be fine growing up as adults. I'm sure they're going to be dealing with some issues at being in the front of the public eye and all that. But yeah, man, Kanye does not play, dog.
Mm-mm.
When he
was out.
Let me see that. Let me see how old she is. Julia Fox. And let me see. Kanye West's girlfriend, Julia Fox, apologizes for calling her ex a deadbeat dad. Oh, damn. He's she was in the Adam Sandler movie Uncut Gems.
Okay.
She is 1990, 31?
31 right there.
Yeah, dude. I think
she's going to be, she'll be 30. Or she's going to be 32 if that's, when was that one?
I think she used to be married. Oh, okay. So she was married for a minute. She's just considered an actress, model, filmmaker. Yeah, man. And she is a smoke show. Very pretty girl. Let me see. There's some pictures on here. Oh, geez. Yeah. Pretty girl. But yeah, that is what Mr. Kanye West is doing. I don't know if you guys seen this. Wendy Williams, man, did you hear what happened to her?
No. What happened?
Wendy Williams apparently got naked. Drunk. She got super drunk. She's been having some mental.
Yes,
it seems like there's some mental. I'm saying it like I know. I have no idea.
I've run across the TV show here and there during the day.
Me too.
And
she's crying or something, right? Or
happens. Things happen.
Yeah, things seem to be happening. I'm sorry, guys. I don't watch enough of these shows, but it seems as if some bad stuff is happening to Wendy Williams. Apparently, she was drunk the other day, and sources who were supposedly in the Williams home at the time said she was intoxicated. And she was found naked in her room masturbating while screaming vulgar comments.
Masturbating in front of the manager?
In front of everybody. She was just butt naked, drunk, going to town. I mean,
I guess at that point, when it's time, it's time. And you're at your home? I mean,
it's her home, I guess. Yeah. Who are you to say what you can do naked in your home? But
turn around and go to the other room. I'm pretty sure there's more than one room.
Yeah, and supposedly, maybe it was the vulgar comment. Oh, but you might be into it.
Yeah, if you're having like some rough one, it's all you. It's okay.
Yeah, but apparently, so let me see here. In the interim, celebrities such as Fat Joe and Remy Ma temporarily took over her show. Understandably,
that's why they took over. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She does not want to associate with anybody who was at the house that day. She doesn't want, so everyone who was there at the house that day, I guess they might be getting fired.
Do you think there'll be pictures at one point?
Oh, man.
There has to be. Dude.
But if you do, like if a picture pops out, right, like she's got to fire everyone, right? Because that means someone on her team was like, man, fuck this lady. I'm going to take a picture. Yeah. Are you asking me, do I think their pictures exist? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's probably somebody probably took the phone out and went click, click, like real quick.
But I think what you're saying, it's either if she had a staff that did it, and I'm just thinking, and was like, just one more, Wendy, one more, and it's out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like someone holding it over her.
Yes.
Because
depending on how she was treating them.
Well, let me ask you this though: in this day and age, do you think that? If you're naked, say like you got naked, right? Somewhere. Oh, well, dude, didn't Martin Lawrence, right? Didn't Martin Lawrence? He supposedly got like naked and ran down the street in Hollywood, right, on crack or some shit or some drug. And there wasn't really pictures of it, I don't think, but just the fact that people knew he did it was enough, right? So what I'm saying is like do we even need the pictures in this day and age? Do people kind of just know, oh, those pictures will eventually come out? And what I'm saying is if they came out, do you think it hurts her more than if they didn't? I don't think it does. Like it's in the news already that she was masturbating, cussing at her vagina and masturbating in front of her friends. And so I think the damage has been done, as they would say. Man, I don't know. I feel like this, dude. Let's see. Oh, Boozy Badass. Oh, in March, he said, "Stop it, Wendy Williams. You did a hot 21 kilos of coke before your 21st birthday, all the way to your amazing tumble." Oh shit.
Oh, see, there's more behind.
So they're saying that she's on. Yeah, she's on the. She
has the behind the scenes story.
She's on the. Yeah, apparently. Man, that's sad, huh? Again, guys, money does nothing for you. Money is not, that's not the answer. You would think someone like Wendy Williams was a self-made, put herself on the radio, was talking that shit before anybody was talking that shit. She was like, the gossip queen and mostly started falling apart. I heard a lot of it's based on her feeling that she's ugly and that people make fun of how she looks. And bro, like, again, to be at that level and to care about those things, those things have to be fixed before you get to that level. You can't get to that level and still go like, if someone calls me ugly, I'm gonna get naked and masturbate. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not okay. Yeah, man. I hope she gets the help she deserves. I feel like, unfortunately, she's made a lot of enemies too. It seems, over the years.
She has. Yeah,
she's been mean to some people. Like that's for sure something that has happened. And man, karma's a bitch, bro. And I'm not saying she deserves that at all. Nobody deserves this.
Right.
But I feel like it's hard to keep negativity around you without a negativity of eventually finding you.
Yeah, it will definitely get you.
Yeah.
I mean, even though she has that work skill. We talked about work.
Yeah.
But what comes out of you, if it's not in any like positive way,
right?
I mean,
you're just running yourself down.
Yeah, of course you might have some disagreements. I get it, but if it's not, it's more disagreements than agreements or like positive stuff, it will come and get you.
Look, and understandably, sources are saying that anybody who was in the house that day, she wants to distance herself from them, and that everyone knows not to get too close. Like her staff, they all know not to get too close to her because it's going to burn them. So if your staff and the people around you who keep your business running are like, yo, yeah, we run her business, but stay away from her because she might be crazy or something. It's already over.
Yeah.
Like that means no one around you likes you. No one's really rooting for you. And what I'm saying is, what have you done to your life that at one time you were successful and okay to now this? That means a lot of choices were made on your part, or lack thereof choices were made. And you kind of got yourself into this situation. But I pray for her, and I hope she's doing good. So, dude, I got this thing, man. I want us to do this. I got this year on Chrissy's New Internet, we said that we're going to work on ourselves, right? I got you. We're going to do a psych test. This one's called, what is this one called here? It's a personality test.
I worked on a burrito earlier.
No, this has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Let's see. So what is your personality? Among your group of friends, are you considered the shy one who waits for others to make decisions, or are you seen as a dominant one who's ready to take the lead? Our personality test can help you find out your personality type. Answering these simple questions will give you a description of who you are and tell you how others see you. Wow. I thought this was interesting. So are you down to take this test here?
Sure, man.
Okay,
sure.
So let's go here. You're gonna have to answer these questions apparently. So I feel most energetic and focused in 1, in the morning, 2, late night, or 3, during the afternoon and early evening. When do you feel the most energetic?
Morning.
Okay, so you're in the morning. Let me go ahead and click that. Boom. When I walk, I tend to do it fairly fast with long steps, less fast, head up, looking the world in the face, very slowly, fairly fast with small steps, less fast, head down. Again, when you walk, are you fairly fast with long steps, less fast, head up, looking in the world in the face?
I think it's fairly fast.
So fairly fast with small steps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. I wonder where this is going. Okay, when you speak to people, you tend to stand with your arms folded, have one or both of your hands on your hips, play with your ear or hair, touch your chin or smooth your hair, have your hands clasped, or touch or push the person to whom you're talking.
The class, what's that? Class.
Kind of just like have your hands folded, maybe.
Yeah, that would. I think.
Okay, so have your hands clasped. Okay. When you're relaxed, you usually sit with your knees bent, with your legs neatly side by side, your legs crossed, your legs stretched out straight, or one leg curled under you. Again, when you're relaxed, you usually sit how?
Your legs stretched out or straight.
Your legs stretched out or straight. Okay. When you find something really funny, you usually give a big appreciative laugh, a laugh but not out loud, a quiet chuckle, or a sheepish smile. Just a smile.
It's let me see.
So when you're like, someone says something funny, are you like ha ha ha, big laugh, a laugh but not a loud one, a quiet chuckle, like
I haven't really. I think the first one, probably the first one.
He's like, I haven't laughed in so long. A big appreciative laugh. Yeah. You're a laugher.
Yeah, because lately I've been watching these magicians or these comic things where I just
and you start laughing loud.
Yes,
okay,
loud. Yes.
Okay. When you enter a party or a social gathering, you tend to make a loud entrance so that everybody notices you. No. Make a quiet entrance, trying to stay unnoticed. Make a quiet entrance, looking around for someone you know.
Oh, man, I think I did something. My wife just had a test like this.
Okay.
We did together. Okay. Let me see. Not the first one for sure.
Okay.
Make the
You
quiet
do not make a loud entrance.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Do you make a quiet entrance trying to stay unnoticed? Or do you make a quiet entrance trying to look for someone you know? Maybe
Yeah,
like
I
a
think
connection.
that's someone
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. If you're focused on a task, you're interrupted. If you're focused on a task and you're interrupted, you're likely to welcome the break, vary between these two extremes, or feel extremely irritated.
Oh, let me see. If you're focused on a task and you get interrupted, you're likely to feel extremely. That's a good one.
If you're focused on a task and you're interrupted, are you like, someone comes up and says, hey, and you're like, oh, nice, I wanted to rest anyway.
The only thing I can think about the kids coming.
And you get irritated?
Yeah, I would be irritated.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm focused, yeah.
We're going to go irritated.
Yeah.
Your favorite color is red, orange.
Green.
Oh, green. Oh, okay. Boom. There we go. Let's see. Before you fall asleep, you're usually lying stretched out on your back. Oh, yeah. So how do you fall asleep? Are you usually on your back, on your side, slightly curled? That's like the fetal position, I guess. With your head under the covers. Oh, that's me right there. Stretched out face down on your stomach. Or with your head on one arm.
Stretched on my back, yeah.
Stretched out on your back.
Yeah.
All right. Coffin style. When you dream, this is the last question. When you dream, you're often falling, fighting or struggling, searching for something or somebody, flying or floating. You usually have dreamless sleep, or your dreams are always pleasant.
Dreamless sleep. What is that? What like?
You don't ever remember dreams, or you don't know if you're dreaming at all, actually.
I know I dream, but I mean, lately it's been. Oh, you know what? I just had a dream that I remember, and I would go with the fighting or struggling.
Oh,
but normally it's
usually dreamless.
That's where I'm at the most.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
You smoke weed. That usually happens. Let me see. Let's get the results here.
Moment of truth, my friends.
Oh, you are considered the loyal friend. This is what these things say about your personality. Wow. Your total score 39 out of 64, which is I guess not that high.
50%.
Let's see. So the summary: others see you as sensible, cautious, careful, and practical. That's how others see you. They see you as clever, gifted, or talented, but modest. You're not a person who makes friends too quickly or easily, but someone who's extremely loyal to friends you do make and who expect the same loyalty in return. That's all pretty true. Mm-hmm. Those who really get to know you realize it takes a lot to shake your trust in your friends, but equally that it takes a long time to get over it if that trust is ever broken.
Wow.
Ooh, so people don't want to.
That is some interesting
People don't want to go against you, bro. And yeah, so you're scoring. If you scored 0 to 20, you would have been a shy worrier. If you scored 21 to 30, you would have been the careful ploder. What's ploder? I don't know. Let me see. I need to look that up.
Let's look for it.
This is what we learn things on, Chris. Yeah. Ploder, or Plodder, a person who walks doggedly and slowly with heavy steps. A person who works in a slow, pervasive, or uninspired. Oh, so it's kind of like a meh. But you scored 31 to 40, which is loyal friend. I don't know if you look at it. If you would have scored 41 to 50, you could have been the lively center of attention. If you scored 51 to 60, that's the natural leader, and 61 and up, the vain, self-centered leader. Oof, man. But I think you got the best one.
Yeah, I like it.
That is the best one. Loyal. You're a loyal friend, my friend. You are a loyal friend. I cannot say that enough. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I passed. I mean,
you passed. And for someone who didn't pass a lot of things in school, this is the fact that you're still passing classes today.
Yes,
says a lot about you.
And I didn't have to read before this test.
You didn't have to read. You didn't have to study. That's the best part.
Ones. Those are the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me send a quick shout out again to the chat room real quick. Oh, Vic Von P. Shout out to Vic Von P. Admiral Atlas, Beat Block alumni for show. Bang Bang, Gene Flow. 7 Octobers. Oh, 7 Octobers. Wasn't she?
She was out of the. Well, she's back.
Yeah. Shout out to 7 Octobers. Make sure you guys go check out 7 Octobers on YouTube. If you don't know what that is, just go check it out. Take my word for it. Go check it out. Ride with 7 Octobers.
The Satoshi Yoshi.
Oh yeah,
he said he came from the NFT. The NFT.
Oh, shout out to Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. Shout out to the NFT world. We're going to be having
Great.
somebody on very soon on the show to talk about NFTs, and I think it's going to be super dope. Because I'm still not as educated as I could be on NFTs. I want to learn more about them.
Yeah, same here.
If you study the music business a lot, I tend to do that a lot. You'll notice that a lot of the conversation is happening around NFTs and its disruption of what current streaming things are, like the streaming systems. They think NFTs are going to disrupt that. So I'm interested in learning about that. You know, I'm always interested in learning that and sharing that information with you. So if you just want to learn about NFTs, stay tuned. We're going to be having somebody on to come and explain the basics for us. We were supposed to have 86 Inca on this week. I dropped the ball. Apologies to 86 Inca. He's going to be on next week.
I'll know by tomorrow.
Okay, by tomorrow.
And then
we are going to have 86 Inca. If you don't know who that is, he's doing a really cool brand. Largely around Latino hip hop, but underground hip hop in general. I think it's really cool what they're doing over at 86 Inca. I want to talk to them about maintaining their brand. And so if you're somebody who's looking to start like a platform for people or a brand, 86 Inca is one of the newest and freshest people on the scene and one of the people that's doing it correctly. I like the team over there at 86 Inca. They're all really good people. So tune in. Very soon. And then, like I said, we're going to be doing an audio version of the podcast as well on Spotify. We're just waiting for it to be approved. It will be approved though, but we're waiting for it to be approved. It should be within the next few days. So you'll at least get these 2 episodes. And then hopefully before it gets approved, I'll put up an audio only episode so you guys can have a reason to go over there.
Right.
And check it out. But I'm going to put up an audio only episode later on this week.
Awesome.
Also, on my other show over on my YouTube page at KILLcRey, just go to KILLcRey, KILLcRey. Go there. I'm putting out a series called Think Tank, and we also do my vlog there, which is called Verb, where you can kind of follow all the behind-the-scenes stuff. There's behind the scenes of this show. I recently went to Noah James concert. We went to Felipe Esparza's podcast. If you don't know Felipe Esparza, follow Felipe Esparza on Instagram. I think it's Felipe Esparza comedian, maybe, possibly. I don't know. But if you Google Felipe Esparza, he's a huge comedian.
It was like a bonus, that one, because we got to go see his podcast and be part of his Christmas party.
Yeah. We went to his Christmas party / podcast with Tumex. And so there's a bunch of behind the scenes stuff about that. That's coming out later this week over on my YouTube page at YouTube. KILLcRey. Follow Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. If you don't know what that is, it's an art house. It's a digital art house that right now is creating NFTs in the crypto space, and they're going to be doing a lot of more like digital currency stuff. There's a bunch of stuff coming.
Yeah,
stay tuned with Secrets. And if you're like a hip hop head and you're like, man, I want to get involved in NFTs, or at least I want to see what's going on, I suggest you go to Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop
on Telegram.
You can do it Telegram, but go to the website and kind of let that be your entry point.
Right.
I know for me, I wasn't really into the NFT space until I saw people who are genuine hip hop heads starting to get into it, and that was introduced to me through Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. They're doing some amazing things for underground and indie hip hop. And if there was any type of digital space I wanted to support, it's that space.
Yes.
So shout out to Longhair 5150, AWOL1, 2Mex over there at Secret Saviors. And please tune in again every Sunday, 7 p.m. We're here live. Again, if you're listening to this in the podcast audio version, you want to see us live, we do this. This show is live right now. There are no edits to this show. Every Sunday. So, but that's just the Sunday show. So the Sunday show is live. And then we're going to do some other cool stuff on the other episodes. So stay tuned. Also, check out Parker Edison Project. It's another podcast that I produce. You can catch it anywhere podcasts are found. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Just understand it's a whole lot of culture. So go Parker Edison Project, the Parker Edison Project, hosted by Parker Edison. Anywhere podcasts are found, go download that. We're in our 2nd season now. We got renewed. It's our first podcast that we sold over to KPBS and NPR. which is a big deal for us. We've been in the podcast game for a long time, so selling some podcasts has been a goal of ours. We're finally doing that, and we got a few more to sell. They're coming up. We got some big things coming up with the podcast world. Also, later on Platform Collection this year, we're dropping 2 new podcasts with some hosts that you guys are not that familiar with yet.
But you will be soon.
But you will be. So it's going to be super dope. And then other than that, Eddie, you got anything to promote? Anything you want people to check out?
Well, the Parker Edison Project, you might hear my voice there.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You are on the last episode.
Yes, I was so happy.
Shout out to Parker Edison, putting all the homies on that show. Mm-hmm. Some dope shit. I think Micah 9 from Freestyle Fellowship is on that episode. Mm-hmm. OG Hip Hop Eddie. Man, it's a good episode. And check it out.
Beat Block Hip Hop Eddie. This Thursday, Hip Hop Eddie at Gmail. Send your beats.
Yes.
1 to 3 minutes. Minimum of 3 beats. But send them over. We're just getting the emails and make sure you get part of it. We would love to
play your music,
play
man.
Your music, and it's not just that one time. Not because you got played once, it means that's it.
Yeah.
You'll be on rotation, and then you're.
That's kind of the goal, right? You guys are trying to put people in rotation so you can get people familiar. That's a dope thing. If I'm sending in music, I'm sending in some beats because the thing that I like about what Gene is doing is that he is putting people into rotation. So I like watching people in the chat room over at B Block talk about, I've been on the show a few times. Are they meeting new people? It's become a real community.
Yeah, that's the
and I really like how that's going. We're going to be doing a lot of things for artists coming up really soon. We're trying to make some big opportunities happen and for the community of artists that we work with. So look out for that. Who knows? Maybe a B Block show, a live show with B Block alumni. Woo! The beat world will be on fire. I can't wait to see that. We got some great things, though. I mean, rappers, get ready because you guys are up next. Trust me, we're about to give a lot of love to local MCs and MCs who are ready to take it to that next level.
Be ready, please.
Please be ready because what we're about to do for y'all, you guys are going to be excited. Stay tuned if you're a hip-hop or indie music fan. We got some great things and great artists to present to you guys. We'll see you guys next time, 7 p.m. Sundays. You can always catch us right here on YouTube at Platform Collection. Follow at Platform Collection on Instagram for all the updates. You can follow myself, KILLcRey, or OG Hip Hop Eddie on Instagram. And leave us a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please, that helps us grow. We're just starting off, guys. We're a small podcast just starting off. But trust me, we got a lot of cool things in store for you guys. You guys are going to want to ride with us and subscribe. Platform Collection in the house.
Wow.
You feel me, Eddie?
I did feel
that. All right, man. We'll see you guys next time. That's the internet. We saw it. We see it. We're here. We're in it. Peace out.